Hello, you're watching a specialized family counseling course on the negotiation of privacy boundaries for young families, designed for counselors and family professionals. According to ourworlddata.org, the divorce rates in the US have peaked in 1970 and continued on a downward trend. However, a significant amount of married couples still end up going their separate ways. One of the reasons for a marriage to fail is the lack of adequate dialogue between the spouses. To further understand the importance of dialogue in marriage, we will turn to relational dialectics theory by Leslie Baxter, influenced by the thinking of Mikhail Bakhtin. Every human relationship is a struggle between discourses, or a set of propositions that cohere around a given subject or meaning, while abusive relationships may be described by the prevalence of monologue, or a mode of talking that emphasizes one official discourse and silences all the others, as defined by Bakhtin. A healthy relationship is the one where dialogue prevails, or a process in which unity and difference in some form are at play, both with and against one another. Inevitably, the spouses come from different backgrounds, therefore, their idea of a perfect family may vastly differ. It is crucial to encourage a couple from the very beginning to have an open dialogue concerning all the issues that may arise later. Furthermore, a healthy dialogue should be sustained throughout the duration of the whole relationship. Baxter defines it as a dialectical flux, or a chaotic jumble of competing voices, which makes every relationship an unpredictable, unfinalizable, indeterminate process. And yet, when the couple experiences a momentary sense of unity through a profound respect to disparate voices in the dialogue, they share an aesthetic moment together, which exhibits the whole beauty of the dialogue. So, as it was already mentioned, it is important to keep in mind that the different backgrounds our spouses are coming from are going to cause different perceptions of family relationships, especially privacy. Sharing is important for a relationship because it reduces uncertainty. According to Charles Berger, the author of Uncertainty Reduction Theory, low levels of uncertainty produce high levels of intimacy. Sandra Petronio, the author of Communication Privacy Management Theory, has discovered 5 core principles of privacy management which are applicable to any marriage. 1. People believe they own and have the right to control their private information. Every spouse has a past, a private life they may or may not be willing to share with their significant other. Inevitably, they will face a dilemma of what can and cannot be shared, leaving some of that information in secret. Number 2. People control their private information through the use of personal privacy tools. Every person has their own rules of handling private information. Some people feel like they need to share it with someone close to relieve themselves from the burden that it gives. Others, in turn, are more comfortable with being the single owner of the information. In marriage, it is important to share. Number 3. When others are told or given access to a person's private information, they become co-owners of that information. As spouses become the closest people to one another, they will share the private information. This is a very important step. The status of a co-owner of information gives the spouse a certain level of responsibility, which may be both bonding and burdening. Number 4. Co-owners of private information need to negotiate mutually agreeable privacy rules about telling others. This step is crucial for a married couple. Here we come back to the importance of the ongoing dialogue. Privacy rules should be negotiated as soon as the information is shared with respect to the opposing discourse. As the couple share their private information, it becomes a common currency. If missed, this point might become the beginning of the end of the relationship. Number 5. When co-owners of private information don't effectively negotiate and follow mutually held privacy rules, boundary turbulence is the likely result. This turbulence is the turmoil that erupts when rules are broken. It is very dangerous to the relationship. Turbulence may cause a major crisis with consequences such as loss of trust, alienation, unprovoked anger, and conflicts might become detrimental and lead to a divorce. It is in these moments of turbulence when the married couple is most likely to turn to a trained professional in family counseling. The main job of the counselor is to encourage and help to build a healthy dialogue between spouses. Coordinated management of meeting theorists, Bernard Pierce and Vernon Cronin emphasize the integral feature of a healthy dialogue: mindfulness. It is a presence or awareness of what participants are making in the midst of their conversation. It might be hard for the spouses to stay calm and mindful. Sometimes they will be speaking from their emotions. And the job of the counselor is to remind them of mindfulness and lead them back on the right track. Conflicts are inevitable in marriage. Sometimes a dialogue may come to a critical point, or bifurcation point. It is a point in conversation where what one says next affects the unfolding pattern of interaction and takes it in a different direction. It is very important to teach young couples to spot bifurcation points and stay wise. Only this way, the dialogue will be meaningful and create opportunity for conflict resolution. Although it is a challenging process, understanding its importance is a key to a healthy marriage. Now, I would like to invite you to follow the link in the description and take a quiz that will help us to assess your knowledge of this subject.